morning, I'm Shoestring Jane. Welcome back to my channel where I talk about all things thrifty, frugal and money saving. And today I thought I would focus on buying second hand. So if you're a regular viewer, you will know that I spent the whole of 2021 and set myself a hard and fast rule to buy only second hand, anything. And it wasn't that much of a challenge because, to be perfectly honest with you, it's been many, many years since I bought new. As a default position, I always buy second hand if I possibly can, but it was interesting nonetheless to set a hard and fast rule, as I say. So it was a challenge for gift buying and that kind of thing. I'll link the videos below about my second hand year and you can see how I got on. But today I thought I would talk a little bit more about second hand because, you know, everybody is struggling with money at the moment and you can save so much money by buying second hand instead of always just thinking, oh, we need this, let's just automatically see if we can go and get a new one, whatever it is. And obviously you have to buy new sometimes. I think, you know, children's clothing is easy enough to pick up second hand, but children's shoes, not necessarily, they have to fit to the child's foot. So, you know, and they go through them, don't they? So buying second hand children's shoes might just be something that's going to be too difficult. But a lot of the time, if you think about it, you can buy second hand and it just saves you so much money. But the other thing that I like it for, the reason I like buying second hand as well as saving money, is that it's better for the planet. I mean, obviously somebody has to buy things new initially in order for me to then buy them second hand. But I think generally speaking, we produce too much, we buy too much, we waste too much. And me kind of buying second hand, the things that people have bought and perhaps impulse purchased and then decide they didn't want, or, you know, they've got too many of things, they've had a declutter, whatever. Me buying those things means that I extend their life. They don't go to landfill, they don't get wasted. So that's another reason I like buying second hand. And then once you start looking, there's so little that you can't find, particularly home furnishings. So I'll just give you a little tour of my lounge right here so you can see just an example of how we pretty much buy everything second hand. So I thought I would give you a little tour of our second hand sitting room. So it's actually a sitting room come dining room because we have our dining table in here as well, because the dining room is my office. So it's not perfect, but it's perfect for us. And once you start buying second hand, it's, as I said before, it's kind of difficult to go back to buying new and paying new prices. So here we are, here's a little tour. So I'm going to show you real life. So this is a perfectly ordinary sitting room with dust and dog hair and all sorts of things. So it's reality. There's no perfection on this YouTube channel. Anyway, I thought I'd start by showing this very cute little Mother's Day card that my daughter's bought me, which is full of seeds. And the idea is that you plant the whole card, or you plant the picture on the front at least. And it's a kind of seed bomb. So I'm going to do that at some point. But for now, I'm just enjoying the fact that it's there. This is my lovely mum and dad. And this mirror was second hand. I think we got it from Facebook Marketplace. Yes, we did. I think it cost, Justin may correct me here, I think it was £20. We had to drive up to Harwich to get it. And Justin made the shelf and he also fitted the wood burner. The wood burner wasn't second hand, that was new. And we got the tiles from eBay. And I really do like that because it's not a kind of proper fireplace, but we've created one. I love those art, I never get confused between Art Deco and Art Nouveau type tiles. That lovely vase, which I've yet to find anything to put in it. I need some nice reeds or something. That cost a couple of quid at a garage sale trail. And the telly we've had forever and a day. And I'm not changing it yet because it still works. But at some point we probably will get a smart TV. But this one, you can see I stupidly put a candle on and completely forgot about it. And when I came back, it melted the TV. But that was ages ago. The TV still works. The little cabinet under the TV was given by my friend Paula. It was a dresser. She didn't want it anymore. And I thought, well, if we don't use the top part, it's like a corner dresser, it will fit really nicely in there. And it's got all sorts of china, again, all secondhand in there. The little plant stand was secondhand as well. Justin picked that up somewhere. I couldn't tell you where. This Windsor armchair is really, really old, and it actually was given by an elderly relative about probably 35 years ago, and I've had it ever since, and it's lovely. It's come to with every house, and I really love it. And I did buy the little crochet cushion. I'd love to be able to make this, but unfortunately I cannot crochet. The cat's been sitting on it. I bought that from Etsy. I can't remember how much it was, but it was new, obviously. You tell me on the painkillers, on the ibuprofen, this little victory cookbook I bought for 50p the other day in the charity shop. I thought it looked really interesting. That was my Starring Yours magazine. It's all my plants and things there. The sofa is actually a sofa bed, and it was secondhand from Justin's brother. I don't know where he got it from, but it cost us nothing. These little tables came from a little, like an antique shop, and cost £40 for a nest of tables. They've got a little bit knackered actually, so they could probably do with being changed. The dog wasn't second hand, but isn't he just adorable? It's nice when he's quiet. That came from Justin's mum. I think she's got the rest of she did have anyway, like an armchair to go with it at one point. I think I showed this sofa recently on a recent video, and it was just from the local charity shop. It was when I was supposed to be doing a no spend month, but I saw it and thought, what a great bargain. It was £60 plus £20 delivery, and it's so comfortable. It's G plan, and okay, it's not super modern, and I really don't care. It's comfortable and I like it, and it fitted in the spot. This little picture, I love this picture. I think it comes up, you can see it. I can't see, get out of the light. It pops up on the back of a packet of crisps from time to time. I can't think what the make is. Mackey's maybe. My friend pointed it out. I love it. It's so full of energy, isn't it? And it's so vibrant. It's amazing. It's wonderful. I love it. And here's some of my recent car boot sale haul, which have been photographed and now need to be listed on eBay. So I really need to get on with that later. The table was also from Facebook Marketplace with the chairs. I think it was £50, but it was a long time ago, so I can't remember exactly. And I just bought the seat covers because the cats keep sitting, they were new, keep sitting on the cream seat covers and leaving black hair all over them and dribbling all over them, and it was all very horrible. So I did that. Picked up the blind from, I think that came from eBay, but it was second hand. All the curtains were also, they were M&S originally, but second hand. This is my dummy waiting, my mannequin. I've been using that to photograph, as said. The bookshelf was actually new. Bought a long time ago. I'm trying to think. Must be 35 years old, I'd say. But it was bought new for us by my ex-in-laws, actually, which is, I do really like it. It's a nice solid piece of furniture. Justin picked these lovely old posters up somewhere. I don't know where. He's had them for a long time. But we thought they went with that 1920s sort of feel, so we like that. This was my Christmas present to Justin. We saw it in the pub when we went out for a meal with my parents, and he really loved it. And we thought it'd go in this room, so I sneaked back and bought it for him for Christmas. It was new. It was the artist that did it, so I thought it was lovely. Lots of secondhand books on my bookshelf. What else have I got in here? I think that's pretty much it. But as you can see, there's a lot of secondhand in here. I've got a secondhand jumper on, secondhand jeans. This top was not secondhand. Secondhand slippers. They cost me £2 from the charity shop. They're so comfortable. I love them. Not a secondhand dog. So anyway, it gives you a flavour. I'll show you the rest of the house one day, but that'll do for now. And if you've watched my channel before, you will know that one of my streams of income is buying stuff secondhand and selling it online. And that helps me to keep going. It gives me a little source of income. As I say, I don't have a job, so I have to make money where I can. But I like doing that because I think it encourages that kind of circular economy. I can buy things, they might look a bit tatty and worn. I give them a polish, or I do a little mending, or I do a bit of debobbling, and then I can sell them. I can make a profit. I can extend the use of that item by encouraging other people to buy secondhand. An example of this is these boots that I bought recently from a charity shop, and they're beautiful boots, especially for somebody who, you know, goes down the stables, has horses, but anybody who likes walking wants a really good solid waterproof boot. I mean, they're lovely, they're really good quality, they're waterproof and breathable, and they're made by Cabot's Wood, so it's a really good brand of boots. I picked them up for £3 from a charity shop that I go to, and they were absolutely caked in mud. They were just filthy. I had to pull it all off. I've still got a bit more on the bottom that I need to get rid of. They were all up the side, it was all over here. So I've just cleaned them, given them a bit of polish, and I have listed them on eBay. So they cost me £3 and I think I've listed them for about £25. So if I get that, I'll be really, really chuffed. I would have kept these, but they are a size 9, which is just way, way too big for me, UK 9. So unfortunately I couldn't, otherwise they would have been just fantastic for dog walking. So I haven't had to buy a pair of new boots for dog walking the whole time we've had Archie in the last over 2 years, because I've found second-hand boots all the time. And I've got a small charity shop haul to show you that I bought recently. I've also got a boot sale haul which I'll show you after this, but I'll show you the charity shop one first. I did my first boot sale haul of the season, but then I had to miss one because it was Mother's Day, so I just popped into the charity shop as well. And I picked up this is another thing that I would have definitely kept for myself for dog walking if it fitted me, but it's a size small. It's a Trespass waterproof jacket. It's got a really nice warm fleece lining, and that was only £3 this is a different charity shop actually, Cat Protection one. I'm not sure what I'll get for that yet. It's not massive profit, but you know, I thought that was a really nice jacket. It's in really good condition, and that's the kind of thing that I will be looking out for second hand when next time I need a jacket. Well, I've got quite a few that I pick up. These are ugly shoes now, I do have to say. The ugly things sell. Ugly shoes sell. So things I would not dream of wearing myself, I quite often pick up and sell on eBay. And these were £2. They're leather. The make is Remonte Dorndorf. I've never heard of that. Dorndorf. Never heard of that. I don't know what that is. It sounds like it's trying to be like French, Italian and German at the same time. So they've got that kind of sole, and so they are very ugly indeed, but there's definitely a certain type of woman that would love these, even with this colour. I don't know what I can sell those for, I need to have a look. And then the other thing I got, I didn't get lots. The other thing I got was for myself, because I like that this time of year, it's spring, it's getting a bit warmer, but sometimes you need to just pull something over. And this was just a little, like a poncho, so a little grey poncho, jumper. It's got like batwing sleeves, so it's actually, you just wear it as a jumper, but it's got really big batwing sleeves. And I just thought, oh, that's really light. That's something I can just pull on when I'm about the house, and that only cost £2, so I'm not selling that. I'm going to keep that. So that's just recent purchases. And the other thing that I've got that Justin found now. If you see my other videos, you'll know that Justin in the past was an avid collector, and still is. If he finds anything really cheap that he thinks, oh, that's interesting, he will collect stuff and he'll put it in his attic at his mum's, and he will literally just keep it there. And I think, well, I keep saying to him, what's the point of just having stuff sitting in your attic? It's just cluttering up the space. And for years he just ignored me. Now recently he's been giving me some of those items, and I've been selling them on eBay, and the profit made goes towards our camper fund. We are saving up for a camper. We'll probably be about 100 years old by the time we get enough for a decent camper, but you can live in hope. So he did a house clearance for a friend, he and his brother did, and they picked up a few things. I think I might have shown you all the different horse brasses and brass items that they collected from that house clearance and kept. I've sold a lot of those. They really did sell. I didn't try and flog them for too much. You know, they came for free. I wanted them to be used by someone somewhere, so... But they sell quite quickly on eBay. I was surprised. These, I literally have no idea what I'm going to do with these. It's just like a bag of old money, mainly Irish money. And I really don't know if there's any value at all. 25. Oh, and that's pesetas, is it? PTAs? No, I don't know. I've not even looked at these enough. Yeah, it's Spanish. They're old pesetas. So must have been it was an Irish couple. The lady's husband sadly died, and they had this beautiful house here, but it was miles too big for her, and she wanted to go back to Ireland to be near family. So that's why they helped her to clear out the house. Justin's brother Jonathan used to do the garden for her, and she asked them to clear it, and she didn't want. She didn't want this stuff. She didn't want anything. So she just told them to take anything they wanted. And they picked these up because they thought they were interesting. I literally have no idea about these. But what I like is when I've got a bit of time, I'll sit and look online and see if this has any value at all. If it does, then I'll bag them up and sell them. If it doesn't, well, if it's negligible value, then I will probably just donate them. You know, some of the charities collect old coins, don't they? And see if they can make a little bit of money from those. So it's just an interesting thing. But the horse brasses, well, I've sold nearly all of them, as I say, brass items. I sold them quite quickly. So I don't know if I underpriced them, but as I say, they came to me for nothing. I just wanted to put some money in the camper fund, so that's what happened. And while I'm here, I'll show you some other treasures that he's pulled out of his attic. This Thunderbird's toy torch, it's vintage. Unfortunately, the torch doesn't work, so I don't know what kind of value that's going to have. So not very much. I mean, I think even if it was working, it would only be worth about £10. So I'll just put it on auction for about £4 and see what happens. So it's still good as a toy, isn't it? It's just not got a torch bit. And then he's pulled out some of these old books, which this one, no, not this one, the next one I'll show you. This is a Beatles guitar book. It's got all the old Beatles songs in it. Again, it'll probably only go for about £10, if that. I don't really know. This is all stuff for free, as I say, so anything that we get for this kind of thing is a bonus. But this was interesting because I do love the Beatles. Beatles Unseen Archives, and it's big, heavy hardback. And I just really thought it was just an interesting book just to go through and see the Beatles at all different stages of their career. John and Yoko and Sean Lennon. So I love the Beatles. So Paul and Linda. So when was this published? It's quite a vintage book, I think. So I think, and it goes up a certain time, but they'll probably finish by then. Oh, it's 2000, so just vintage. Anything before 2000, I think, you can say is vintage. So it's interesting. And then this is good. This is a nice book for cat lovers. It's a cat book. I think it's really nice. It's a Steinlen's Cats. I think that's how you say it. But it's got some lovely pictures. You could use these as posters, I guess, but I think it's nice as a book. It's got like some chat about it, and then it's got all the cat pictures. I think they're really nice. A big cat there. I think that's a really nice book. So again, I haven't researched it. I really don't know how much that is worth, but I can imagine that any cat lover would, or art lover for that matter, would enjoy that book. I think it's really nice. So yes, all things I've got to look at and list. So although I like second-hand things, I don't like clutter. So this is where me and Justin differ. He keeps stuff, he likes to collect stuff, which I think is absolutely fine. Collecting stuff that you're going to look at and use is brilliant. Collecting stuff that you're going to shove in your attic and forget about, I think, unless it's something that's like going to really gain in value over the years, you're not really appreciating it. Somebody else could be appreciating it. So I think he's slightly coming around to my way of thinking. So, and his poor mother, she puts up with so much stuff being at her house. So I think she's been quite pleased to get rid of some of it. Anyway, I'll show you the first boot sale of the season. It was small. It was interesting though. It was actually a week and a half ago. I've only just got round to including this in this video. So it was the very start of the season for me here. I think it had been going for a week or so before, but the weather hadn't been nice. So it was the first lovely day. Here's what I got. So I've just come out of the boot sale. It was okay. It wasn't huge because it's the first or second one of the season, I think. Got my coffee. I always bring a little flask of coffee, because if you're trying to save your pennies, it's always worth bringing your own coffee. Plus you get a decent one then. Sometimes you don't know the quality of the tea and coffee at these places isn't always great, and you end up having a polystyrene cup. And I also try to avoid the bacon sarnie, the lure of the bacon sarnie, because I can go home and have one of those. But I did bring a cereal bar with me just to keep me going. It was slow going to begin with. It was nearly all traders, and sometimes traders have good things, they have interesting things on there, but they quite often it's all a bit tired. I've said this before, it looks a bit tired. It's good for things like fruit and vegetables, because you get the fruit and veg stalls. There were two there. One is from a farm and it's actually gorgeous, actually really lovely quality, but quite expensive. And then there's your bog standard market trader that will do you a bowl of carrots for £1 and that kind of thing. So I went to that one, and I went to the guy who sells things like snacks and that kind of thing, cakes and things that are just near the end of their use by date or best before date. I didn't buy any cakes. I could have bought a lot. Somebody spent £12 and bought a massive carrot bag in front of me. So if you had kids who ate lots of snacks, that would be quite handy. But if I have that many things like that in the house, I just eat them. So I didn't buy that. I'd taken a cereal bar with me already. So I just bought some coffee because it was very cheap, like the cans of Millicano that I like. It was very cheap. And so I got some clothing eventually. I found a couple of proper boot sailors, people that had a clear out. They're the ones that I need to go for, particularly for clothing. And a few other bits. I mean, there was a trader actually right at the end who sold me a beautiful Hobbs suit, ladies suit, for £3, and a coast dress. I'll show you those when I get home. So there were some bargains to be had, but you had to really look. And I did do the whole of this boot sale, and quite often I run out of steam before I get to the end of it, but it's quite small today, so I managed to do all of it. It's now 9:15. I could go to the hard standing one, which is round the corner. There is another one. I've never been to it. I went near to it once and it was so chaotic with the parking. I just thought, I can't be bothered. I feel a bit like that now. I think I'll just go home with the things that I've bought, and on the way I just need to get some squirty cat gravy, licky licks. The cats will eat any biscuits you give them as long as you put some of the licky licks on top, but that's really going up in price. So I need to go and find somewhere like Home Bargains, if I can face Home Bargains. It's not actually open yet, is it? I just realised I've got a sliding down. It's not open at this point. It's not open until 10, I don't think. So, I'll see. I'll see how I feel. Anyway, off home. Okay, so I am just back from the boot sale, and I've got my old granny trolley here, which I always lug around the boot sale because it just really does save you so much lugging about with big bags and things. So I thought I'd just go through and show you what I've got. As I said in the car, it's, you know, it was a bit kind of patchy. I did think at one point I'm not going to find anything at all, but I found a few things quite cheaply in the end. This was £1, and it's just a little summer dress by Hell Bunny, which is quite a good brand. It sells reasonably well. It's just a little summer dress. It's a small size though. Small sizes don't sell as quickly as larger sizes. This was, again, when I was kind of giving up on finding any nice clothing, I found this. It's a Hobbs suit. So it's a jacket, like a just below the waist jacket. And what's it made of? It's a 100% wool jacket. That would have been very expensive new. And she charged me for the jacket, and there is a dress to go with it. Out of season, admittedly. She charged me £3, which is just crazy. Hobbs is really a good brand, and that will sell, probably not now because it's out of season. It's just a classic smart dress for the office, you know, for the winter. Kind of knee length, size 12, so reasonable size. But I was very pleased with that for £3. That was a really good buy. And from the same lady, I picked up this dress, which is Coast, and Coast isn't, you know, wasn't what it used to be. It used to be very expensive. It's expensive to buy new, but it's a glittery, again, it's more of a Christmassy sort of dress, but it's a really lovely dress. I think this is size 12 as well. I might actually just try this on first. I have absolutely no reason to wear a sparkly dress from Coast. I've got no reason. I've got no special occasions coming up, but I might try it on anyway. But for £1, that was just brilliant. It's in very good condition as well. Again, it was size 12. I don't think it's her own stuff. I thought she was a trader. And then just briefly, just because I'm going through them exactly as I bought them. So I visited the market there, the vegetable stall, I said in the car. And I got a massive head of broccoli. So that's about double the size of your normal head of broccoli. That was £1. A big bowl of carrots. Oh, again, lovely carrots. They're really nice. They was £1. It was a big bowl, so I don't know what it is in terms of weight. And a bunch of bananas. How much were they? I think they were £1 as well, actually. And there are 6 bananas there. What should I pay them? They must have been £1.10. Because, yes, I paid him £3.10. So, pretty good. Now, those bananas are riper than I ideally like to buy them, but so we'll have to eat those, or I'll have to do the thing that I did with my last video, which is make a banana cake, a bit of banana bread. We've got loads of that at the moment, so it's always worth, you know, it cost me 50p to get into the boot sale. If you're looking for fairly cheap, good quality fruit and vegetables, it is worth going to these people. They're in the markets in towns as well, of course, on a Saturday normally, maybe a Friday as well. These are a good buy. This is the only branded thing I buy, so I tend to buy this Kenko Millicano. I just like a decent coffee. I don't make coffee. I go for instant, but I want a decent instant coffee. This can be on offer. I normally get it for £3. I've seen it in the Co-op for £5 plus, which is ridiculous for that size. And this guy, he had these for £2 each. And they're not even on a short date, 27th of April 2023. So I thought, well, I'll stock up on those. Sadly, he didn't have any decaf because I like the decaf as well. Moving back onto clothing then, so I've even forgotten what I bought now. Oh, this was another Hobbs. Oh no, this was an LK Bennett one, but I did buy another Hobbs one. It's a bit screwed up. LK Bennett, again, another one of those kind of smart lined dresses. It needs possibly a clean. I hope it's not going to be one of those dry clean only ones, but it definitely needs iron. I think it's very screwed up from this lady. She obviously had them all in her garage or something. This one, I don't know what Jess, I don't know that that's any particular brand, but it's like a dress come beach cover up, and it was only £1. And I just thought, well, that's really pretty. I'll either try it on myself. It's not really my sort of thing though, to be perfectly honest with you. Or I'll sell it. It won't be a massive profit on that. It's just Indian cotton, but it's the kind of thing that will sell easily. And then from the same lady, I think this was £2, was a Hobbs dress. Oh, actually that LK Bennett one was £2 as well, and the other one was £1. So this is another smart, but a lighter Hobbs dress. It's a real classic sort of style, slightly pleated at the front. What size was that? 12. Everything I was buying was in size 12. So I'm usually a size 12. At the moment, I've got a bit of weight around my middle, which makes me a size 14, which is annoying. And I bought this, not really to resell. When I saw it, I thought, oh, my daughter will love this sort of thing. She lives in hoodies, and it's a really long one. It's Minnie Mouse. I think it's only Primark to start with. Is it Atmosphere? Oh, it doesn't actually say. It says Disney. I suspect that was Primani. So it's very, very long. It looks like it's never been worn. I think she charged me £2 for that. That was from a different stall. I thought, oh, my daughter would just love that. She loves just living in hoodies, and that's just like a hoodie dress, really. You could wear it with leggings or not bother. So, and the other things I got, so it's a small haul, as you can tell. The other things I picked up, because I've sold these before, and they are expensive when you buy them new, is some Slimming World books. So he did 3 for £1, so I bought 6. So I'll either sell these individually, or I will group them together. And I've sold these before. I think they're about, I think it's £8. They're expensive when you buy them in they're cheaper if you join Slimming World. I think you get them slightly cheaper, and then if you just buy them, they're a bit more expensive. So that's quite nice, and I've actually sold that before. Extra Easy Express. That's got some quite nice Slimming World recipes in it. That was $16.99 originally. These ones actually weren't that much. These were only a £5 originally, so I put those together. What was that one? Extra Easy, it's a little cookbook. That was a £5 originally. Extra Easy Meals in Minutes, and a Veggie Deluxe one. So I'll probably group them together. I'm certainly going to get more than £1 profit anyway on those. So that was like when I walked around for absolutely ages before I found even these. And I actually started to think I wasn't going to find anything at all, and I was just going to go home with some vegetables. But then luckily you only have to find a few decent stalls and you can get some things. But I mean, usually when I go to that particular boot sale, I will go back to the car and unload and then go back and then unload, and I'll come back with a lot more than that. But it is early, it's early in the season. It's interesting just to see who was there. And then I did mention in the car that I might go to the hard standing boot sale while I was there. And I did go and have a little look, but I didn't realise it was only about 9:20 when I left the first boot sale, so it was only sort of 5-10 minutes later that I arrived at the second one, that you have to pay £3 entry before 11, so it's a late risers, a really late risers one, and I guess they're charging a premium for people like me actually who go and buy stuff to sell. And I might have done that, but there were hardly any stalls in there, so I thought I actually really can't be bothered, I wasn't in the mood. So I'm a bit of a half-hearted reseller. You know, some of the really good resellers that I watch on YouTube will go to 2 or 3 boot sales. They're whizzing through and they spend a lot of money and they buy all sorts of things. Yeah, I'm a bit half-hearted, but I've got a few things here. I think that Hobbs suit particularly is going to make me some money. So I hope you've enjoyed that little glimpse into my second-hand life. I've changed jumpers, got this one on. Actually, it's got cold today, so I think I might have to take it off again because it's just got too chilly for this. But I don't know where the sunny weather's gone that we had. But never mind. Anyway, if you enjoyed this and you enjoy this sort of content, don't forget to give me the thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate everybody who comes over. And if you do subscribe, hit your notifications bell and you will know next time I publish a video. I will see you next time. Bye for now.